Hi, I'm Keith from Free Range Camping. Today we're going to look at the new Free Range Camping satellite TV kit, what's in the kit and how to assemble it for the first time. To start, we have an 83cm steel dish with a rolled edge for increased strength. There is an 80cm dish for those of you with less storage space, but this dish will give you guaranteed coverage throughout Australia. A carry bag for the dish is also included, which will carry the assembled dish with room for the cables and accessories. Next we have the tripod for the dish, which comes in its own box, and the rest of the equipment will be in one or two cartons, and we'll have a look at what that consists of. First we'll unpack the tripod. This is one of the best constructed and heavy-duty tripods that we've seen for satellite gear. This includes a positioning bolt for the bottom of the centre column, as we'll see later. Then we have the LNB arm, a carry bag for the tripod, the mounting bracket kit for the back of the dish, and we'll get to how to assemble that very shortly. Next we have the mounting brackets for the LNB arm, followed by a generous 15 metres of coaxial cable to go between the dish and the caravan, and the 1.5 metre fly lead from the dish to the meter. The single LNB is part of the standard kit, and we'll look at how that assembles onto the arm very shortly. Then we have the Digitech Satellite Finder meter. This is one of the best products of its type on the market, which is guaranteed to give you accurate signal strength and quality readings and an audible alert when you're tuned in. This has several other features which we'll look at when we get to our later video of how to set up your SAP TV system. And finally, the last item in the carton is the UEC Altec PVR enabled satellite decoder. This is the very latest model, and a little later we'll look at all the features that this now includes. But let's look first at assembling the dish. This is a once only operation and is quite simple. We'll give you some very clear instructions here. First we have the two parts of the bracket of the satellite mount itself, the LNB holder, the nuts, bolts and connectors, an instruction sheet of how it all goes together and what the parts in the box should comprise. Here we have the U-bolts and the various nuts and bolts included. Some of these bolt nuts are replaced, as there you'll find a separate bag of 8 stainless steel wing nuts, so we simply remove the M8 nuts and replace them with the wing nuts. These are for the U-bolts, which allows the adjustment of the dish horizontally around the central pole, and for the bolts in the swivel bracket to allow for the vertical adjustment. Here the bracket, we fit the U-bolts in first and use the wing nuts on the back. Continue with all 4 wing nuts on both U-bolts, and the inner part of the mounting bracket is ready for assembly. We then take the rear section. The flat bar is the top, and the narrow part of the inner section is also the top. These simply fit together, the small piece inside the larger piece, until the 2 centre pins pop into place, allowing the swivel to operate. We're now ready to put the fixing bolts through there with the other set of 4 wing nuts, which allow us to quickly clamp and release the vertical adjustment of the dish when it's assembled. Now we're ready to fit the LNB support bracket. There are 2 bolts that go through the arm then in through the base plate, hold those in place, turn it over, get a couple of the normal M8 nuts, as these are going to be tightened up once and for all. At this point we need a spanner, or an adjustable shifter in our case. We tighten these as tight as we can possibly get them. When this bracket is in place, these nuts are out of sight between the bracket and the back of the dish. Now the smaller part of the assembly is the LNB insertion arm, which has a single captive bolt to tighten down hard, and then the whole assembly is ready for attaching to the dish. So now we take the finished mounting assembly. We look at the centre of the dish to determine the bottom and the top. Not that it really matters, but I'm one of those people who likes to have everything the right way up. Position the assembly bracket on the back of the dish. Put the first bolt into place. Secure that with a standard M8 nut, as this is a permanent fixture, and then proceed around the dish and tighten all 4 nuts until it's clamped firm. The LNB arm can then be placed in to its mounting arm as deep as it will go and simply tighten up the thumb screw. Next, we fit the LNB mounting bracket to the end of the arm. Again, this stays on the arm, and for transportation it's only the arm that has to come off the dish with that single wing nut. So the plastic bracket, remove one screw and clip it around the LNB so it fits centrally around the plastic grey section, and then put it on the arm so that the white part of the LNB is pointing towards the centre of the dish. That pushes over the arm, and the single bolt and nut then secures that permanently in place. We then tighten that as it's not going to be removed again. And finally there is one thin bolt which goes through the plastic and tightens to provide some tension onto the LNB so that when you want to adjust it by turning it, it will turn reasonably easily and not be too tight. So we're now ready to set up the tripod, which as you can see simply goes flat onto the ground. The centre column can be removed, it can be clamped with an L-shaped screw, or alternatively we have a bottom through bolt to go into the outer part of the central column. This simply goes through the hole at the bottom, nut put into place and tightened, and now our centre column will sit on that and allow us to turn it. The tripod comes complete with a bubble level which sits in the centre, and a plastic collar which is firmly pushed down over the outside and holds the bubble level in place. There we can see the bubble that's not quite centred at this point. To adjust the level, each bottom leg has a simple turnbuckle, and as we screw those around you can see that the centre column is moving into a level position. This is extremely easy to set up, and when we get to our second video you'll see that we recommend doing this once to start with before you put the dish onto the tripod, and then simply checking it after. Now we slide the dish down over the top of the plastic sleeve and onto the column. Make sure it's firmly towards the top of the column and tighten the 4 wing nuts, which will hold it into place. The wing nuts on the right hand side then allow us to put some tension onto the tilting mechanism. Finally, we'll have a look at the SAT decoder, what's included in the box. Depending on when you purchase this, you may receive a couple of bonus items. In this particular case, there was an HDMI cable. There are two instruction manuals, one for the unit itself and one for the PVR function, which is now a standard feature of this Altec decoder. There are standard AV, there is a remote control, which is a new type, very similar to current Freeview type controls, and a pair of AV cables, normal RCA type connectors, a 240 to 12 volt mains power supply for when you have mains power available, and units in future will also be supplied with a 12 volt cigarette lighter plug and cable. Finally, the decoder itself, which looks like many other set-top boxes with a standard range of up and down buttons for channels and volume, standard array of connectors on the back including HDMI, AV, USB, etc. At the bottom of the decoder, please note that there is a label which gives you the serial number and the smart card number which you need. So here is our final assembled dish connected to the caravan. In our next video we'll explain how to align your dish to the satellite and set up the whole system. Thank you for watching.